Hi, this is Evie Romero, and I want to tell you a story about the type of work we do at Esperanza Services. We're a nonprofit that practices what we preach. Many times you have heard about social service agencies and you think that they don't do anything. Well, we do a great deal. All of us in the social service field, we do things over and over again. And we don't have to get it right. We just have to get it done and do our best under the circumstances and hope that one of these days someone will make sense out of this and the cycle would not repeat. I have been asked to talk about experience that made a difference in my life. And actually, it made a great difference in the life of the client that we work with. We were referred a case that had a tremendous amount of difficulties. And we took the case because we pride ourselves in challenges and we wanted to succeed. Let me give you a brief description of the client as it was given to us. This was a male, 52 years old, Down syndrome, nonverbal. Caretaker was his twin brother. And what we actually found in the home when we got there was a man in the living room. He had made it a home. He wore no clothes. He was found in a fetal position in a corner of the room. He had, what I can tell you is that he had no clothes, and it was really a terrible sight because he made the whole room and everywhere that he was his toilet. He was not eating good meals. He was eating, but he was eating from cans. He had not seen a doctor for years, and he was terrified of doctors. For some reason, we couldn't get him to see a doctor. He refused to move, do anything, go anywhere, talk to anyone, because he could actually communicate. And after a while, slowly, carefully, and very lovingly, we offered him some pajamas and a blanket so he could be comfortable on the couch. With special care, he was asked repeatedly to use these items, and he wouldn't. But one day he did, and it was a good day. The food which he was eating from cans began to change. Once in a while, the caregiver started cooking warm meals for him, and he loved them. He wanted more of that. He was taught how to use the toilet, how to keep clean, how to shave, how to brush his teeth. Incredibly, he could do all of those things. A doctor was brought into the house to examine him. He was examined, and surprisingly, he was well. He had no problems. We thought he would have a heart problem at his age and with his problems, but there was nothing. It turns out that his mother had died. His sister-in-law had died also, and he was terrified of being left alone. And he also thought that if he got in a car or stepped out of the door, he was going to be taken to an institutional facility, a hospital, and he would eventually die alone with no one to care for him. Of course, we were there to help put his life and his brother's life back together. Eventually, after a couple of years, he started going outside. He started doing his own wash, well, helping actually to do his wash, not doing it, but as men do, he didn't do his wash. And he went to get food. And as men do, he loved the drive-thrus. Something he used to do with his mother and his sister-in-law. This man who everyone had written off, this person who was supposed to be dead already, since Down syndrome people supposedly die at an early age, surprised us all. Happily surprised us all. There was this replica of his brother, and he looked great. They looked so similar. If they didn't talk, you would know which one was the one with Down syndrome. With government assistance and a permanent caregiver, he was able to get a beautiful apartment at a senior citizen place, and he graduated from our program. And we're so happy that there is somebody out there that benefited from anything at all that we could have done. Thank you very much.